Everybody, you've seen this guy before on the channel. So excited to have him back. Remix, welcome.
It's good, everybody.
Yeah. Okay, so first off, I put a link to Remix down in the description here. Subscribe, stay up to date, click the notifications to stay up to date with stuff. His content is amazing if you haven't subscribed already. And I'm working on him. He doesn't put this out publicly. I'm going to embarrass him right now. I've heard his singing voice. He's got a beautiful singing voice, like beautiful singing voice. And I'm like pushing him to do it, like create a song with the singing and the beat. I'm just like, but anyway, it's great to have you, man. It's really great to have you.
Thank you so much for having me, man. Yeah. I'm so excited.
So,
dude, I just checked your channel as well. You're so close to 100K.
Oh,
We're both so close to 100K
I know. I
right
saw
now,
yours
man.
too.
Let's do
it. Subscribe. Yeah, we want to get there. We want to get our plaques. I'm either gonna put mine right here, or maybe over there. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put it yet. Are you gonna put yours up right over? Yeah. Where are you gonna put yours? You're gonna hang it up on the wall?
You see where that elephant is? That thing's gonna go.
Yeah.
The pack's gonna be right there.
That's perfect. That's a good spot. Right above your
Beautiful.
head. I love it. Yeah. All right, man.
Exactly.
So I want to talk about I need some help big time.
All right.
So I've got a million questions, and I love technical thought. Like I love getting granular with shit. I love like really decoding. I have so many questions. I was resisting messaging you. Like I'm like, well, wait, well, should I be feeling this? Should I be feeling that? Well, this guy said this, but this guy said that. But then like, I got a lot of that going on. So I'm excited I'm excited to figure it out with you. So we've got the things I really just want some movement on, which I'd love some movement on. And is lip trill or the lip roll, and also the inward bass. And I want to just kind of show you where I've gotten so far, and you can just kind of give you that stuff. So let's start with the lip roll first, because inward bass feels so mysterious, and I have a lot of thoughts on top of that. So let's start with lip roll. So here's what I've got so far. I figured out I watched, and like I said, I like lip roll tutorial, and then I watched all the heavy hitters. I mean, I probably watched and have been not just watched, but like been experimenting with like maybe 10 or so tutorials. Like I went down a deep dive on both inward bass too, and I could be like, no, that guy's doing this, but then, I'm really gone around the rabbit hole. And so, here's what I've got. So there's like the initial start they talk about is you just kind of do like the little quick fart noise, right? Like the.
What, dude? Yeah.
That's
what the hell?
That's like. But that's not
perfect.
But that's not the one that's not the one I want though. The one I want is where, well, I want that too. I want it all. I want it all, man. But no, the one that I see them do is that like super low though. That one. I want that one. And what I wanted, first question I have about it. First question.
Yeah.
And I said that in one of my beatboxing videos when I was trying to do it. I said, does lip size matter? Because I feel like I've got little baby lips right now, and when I try to do you make the sad face, you drop your jaw, you move your jaw to the side, and then like I can get a kind of a lower tone thing happening, but I can't get that farty flappiness to it. It's like my lip doesn't do it. I can get the farty flappy noise when I go, but as soon as I try to use the sucking in with my lungs, like I go from, it's a different tone when I don't do it with, like the first one, feels like I'm tongue pumping, like I'm using my tongue to do it, but the other one's with my lungs. So okay, there's phase one of my problem. What are your thoughts on all that?
Right. So my thoughts on all that, right? Firstly, I didn't expect you to have the original lip roll down so much like that. Yeah, dude, what? That's so good, man. Hell yeah.
Oh, good.
Dude.
Okay.
Okay. So, right. You are doing everything right. When you're doing You're doing everything right there,
Okay.
right? So there's a couple tips and tricks that we can try go through to make that a little bit better. For instance, like right now, the reason that yours is sounding like that is because the tightness in your lips is too tight right now.
Okay.
Right. And so a trick would be to try, like, obviously not loosen it too much, but try loosen it a little bit and drop your jaw as far down as you can. So instead of it being like, you would get down there if you drop your jaw as far down as you can without hurting yourself, of course, like at a comfortable thing there. But then you also have to consider, right? It's the same as singing, you know, like if you're trying to learn something new, it's going to take you time to develop what you're trying to get there. So if like I had to like not give you any tips or tricks right now, I would say you're on the right track. Absolutely. Okay. And you just need to train that because you are like, you're doing everything right. You just got to develop that to.
Is it possible that I might be able to do the one, but I can't do the other one? Is that possible?
I mean, yeah, it is definitely possible, but it's not impossible for you to learn the other one.
Do you think
it's very possible for you to learn that one?
So you don't think that my problem with the low one is because my lips just can't do it? Like, because I've tried. I mean, like,
not at all.
So that just sounds,
great.
But it sounds woolly. It doesn't have that farty, like that, like that slappiness that yours has. How do you? I don't feel like, and I feel like that's got to be from the lip kind of going. Right?
Yeah. So the amount of variations with the sound is ridiculous. Like I don't think anyone has really found the limit to how many variations there are. So right now you're doing what we call the sub bass with your lips. You're doing
you're right. Where it's like more airy and sort of hollow, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So you're trying to get more of the like kind of the lower end hollow lip roll type thing though.
That one. I want to do cool low notes, man. That's what I want. Like I want cool low stuff, you know?
Okay. So first step, is you got to find the right pressure and the right tight level on your lips to get that right.
Okay.
And second step is again, drop that jaw to like not where it doesn't hurt, you know, but your jaw instead of it's.
Do you feel your bottom lip a little bit on top of your top lip before you do the suck in, or does it feel evenly connected? Like what sensation are you
evenly?
Okay, so it's just a normal contact.
Mm-hmm.
So should I be trying to connect to the one or no? Should I? Is that a strategy to get it, or is that not a pathway to go?
Yeah. No. So it's definitely that's definitely one way to go about it. But like you could also just have your you don't have to start from and then do it. You can just have your lips in that position and then just breathe in air. Yeah.
Okay.
You can just start like that. So because then that might make it a bit easier for you to just get there.
How long can you hold the low gurgly one? Can you do it for a long time, or does it go quickly? Like, is it just like is it like a 3-second sound, or can you do it longer?
I could do. I mean, like, I think it all just depends on my breath, but like.
Oh my God.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Whoa, dude, that was amazing. So I guess the reason I asked that, other than I wanted to get you to show off a little bit, was the reason I asked that was I wanted to know if it was was it a quick 2-second burst of, am I going like, do I have to go really quickly, or is it something I can kind of dial in and do for a few seconds? And you just proved that once you get the contact right, it's sort of, there's an air containment in it a little bit, so you can extend it a little longer. So that was a question, because I didn't know if it was just do I just have to blast hard and then it catches? But it seems like it's all about that lip contact with you, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Because I feel like I can get as I do the let's say phase 1 lip roll thing, the sort of,
Perfect. Yeah, perfect.
because
Absolutely perfect.
I can get it a little, I can change the pitch of it to some degree. But the other one, it's really it's the sucking in with my lungs one that feels like a whole different game, you know, like, because I can do, yeah, like a,
Nice. Okay. Very good.
so I can kind of like, I can feel how what I'm doing with my tongue inside of my mouth, as it's like if I put the thing on this side, I feel like I pull my tongue over to the right side of my mouth inside. So it's like the thing's happening
Right.
here, and I kind of create hollowness in front of my tongue, and then that seems to make it go lower. It's also the air, like if I suck in too fast, it's higher. So there's all of that going on. But then, yeah, it's the, so you think as far as practicing for the, you know, the real low one, just kind of focus on trying to find a, like, let me see. So, see, that one's still woolly. Should I try to get more of the spittiness in it when I do that one? Like,
Right.
as soon as I get that spittiness, the sort of bitiness, it goes up in pitch though. Yeah. Yeah. How do you go from,
So like notice. So like right, you're there, right? Now if I just drop my jaw and like loosen my lips a little bit. So if I start where you start and then just slowly drop, right? So I'm literally just dropping everything and loosening it up more because you're at a very tight point here. So
Right.
another way that you could train this, right, is you could just go use that, drop your jaw, loosen your lips, and try until you get this. So drop. So you drop it until like there's barely any pressure between your lips, right? So there needs to be like the least amount of tightness that you can put while still getting somewhat of that sound, right? So tight, very loose, almost to the point.
You just
like,
did it with
if
the
I
mouth.
drop any more,
You did it with
Yeah.
the tongue. You didn't do it by sucking in. You did it just with your tongue. That's right there, right?
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so you can get the low one just with your tongue too if you do it right.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
that might be my way in then. I maybe need to go that route and just
There you go.
because I can do that with that one and just sort of take it down. I feel like I lose control when I start using my lungs. It's like it's just too much power in or something. I can't keep the delicate contact. That's a strategy I'm going to try. I don't know if it's going to do anything now, but let me see. So it's like
Yeah.
my problem is like as soon as my jaw gets low, this is where I get to. This is what I wonder about the little lip, the little baby lip, baby lip beatboxers.
Yeah.
Like I'm afraid, like if I go, because I mean I can drop my jaw, like, but I can't get my lips to touch with it that low.
So no,
You know what I mean?
That's okay. That's okay. Just so okay. Again, like just try to minimize all the tightness between your lips, but
Okay.
have like 0.1% of tightness there. So it doesn't have to be like a
Okay.
all right, because even I would struggle then. So just like so, put your lips in the position.
Okay.
Drop your jaw to where they're still touching, but it's barely any tightness because your jaw's there. So
Okay. Yeah.
uh-huh. Now try to do a lip roll without taking in air. Just try to do a normal. Better. Now loosen your lip pressure even more.
Oh, okay. Something's changing there.
There you go. We're starting to get hollow now. Yeah.
So it's like okay. So I've got to figure out. All right. Oh, that really helped. So I've got to figure out. I've got to have do all the things like the whole sad face thing, the whole turn your jaw over, but not in a way that makes my lips overly taut when I do it. Right? Like I can't like.
Yeah.
If it gets too
Exactly.
tight, then it's like it's going to make it a high pitch because of the tension of the.
Exactly.
Ah.
So the less tightness you have, the lower the sound will be. So another way to maybe try is just try open your throat while doing a lip roll. So just try hollow your throat out and then do a lip roll.
With just the tongue thing or the whole sucking in?
Just the tongue one.
Okay.
Just the tongue one. There you go. We're on the way to getting hollow. We're on the way to getting a hollow lip roll.
Okay. All right, dude.
Yeah.
That's given me a lot to work with, a lot to play with.
Hell yeah, man.
I can feel like it's interesting because when you do it, it's like there's like, I'm so glad I have this on camera too. Damn. I hope this helps people. Like this is I'm gonna watch this video back myself because when you did, it was really good to see you do the like normal down and then go down. Yeah, that like it's such a nasty deep sound when you do it. It's like it's almost like you're vibrating in a toilet bowl or something. It's weird. It's like got such a weird 100%. Sound to it, man. It's so wild. All right, so I've got homework there. Now we got to talk about the other one. Inward bass. So now,
here we go.
Okay, now here's the thing with I want to tell you what I've heard everything. I've heard everything, and I know you even mentioned before some things about this too, but I've heard people saying all sorts of things about this. Some people say it's just like throat bass, you just have to go lower. I didn't quite feel that working. And then it's like it's like throat bass, but you have to suck in. It's like
breathe in, yeah.
It's like throat, but it doesn't quite. I don't know, but that feeling. Then I heard there was one guy that was like, there was one guy who was super academic. I appreciated his talking, but he sounded like he did a college paper on it or something. And he was like, you grab your larynx and you push in when you're trying to do it. Like he was using your fingers. Have you ever seen that? Did you see that one where the dude was like, you have to push it? No. I mean, I've watched, I think every one of them I could find. I went really deep dive. So this guy had this whole, like, you have to push your throat into the area. Then I had this other person was saying that you can get, he was like saying, do out, then just do it in. Like he was doing stuff like that. But then I heard someone else say, and then you said, right when you get to the end of doing it, you should feel like you're about to swallow. And the swallowing mechanism assists in getting the vibration. That was something I believe you said. And swallowing is a raising of the larynx. So, and I was thinking, and then somebody in a comment said, because I've been talking about this a lot, and everybody's like 100 people trying to give me advice on this. It's like they were saying, no, it's your epiglottis going that gets the inward bass sound. It's your epiglottis closing. It's not the arytenoids, because throat bass is the arytenoids, which is like the little. If you're with the vocal folds, we're breathing. We pop out the larynx. We look at it like that. We're breathing. When we go to sing, the chords close. It's where my fingernails are, the arytenoids. They're like those two pieces of cartilage, shark teeth. Same thing as a Tibetan throat. They kind of, all of, like, that's just arytenoid sound. But that's not the epiglottis. So I've been messing around with trying to, like, do the, like, at first I was doing a lot of, like, sucking in, and you're like, no, that's too snory, and it's like my uvula was dangling down in my throat, kind of hitting, creating the vibration, and you're like, you've got to feel it lower. So I was trying to do one where I would like create a seal, like I would go, so I could feel like a little cinching, and then I would just try to let the cinching go, like. And then I tried to like raise my larynx up, like you were talking about, kind of swallow a little bit in that moment. I don't even know. Let me just try this, and then I want to give it to you to tell me what you're hearing. I go. Okay, there you go. Help. Remix. I need your help. Okay. I need your help.
Okay. So I don't know what sound you were making there, but that was cool. So
it's like a goblin sound.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I've never heard that, but I think you should keep working on that, because that might be something cool, right? Your own like original sound. That would be insane, man. So,
all right.
Okay. So when I first explained it to you, I realized that I was more explaining to you how to advance from a basic inward bass, which was wrong of me, right? Because the swallow technique is usually only like very useful once you have a basic. So you go from like the basic to a like that, right? But your basic, there's no swallowing. It's a very tight sound. It's like that.
How do you
Right?
now
So-
just describe the tension to me though? Like, what's it feel like?
It's very high up, right? So it's not coming from like anywhere here. It's like all here.
Okay.
I suppose it's also it's very like mid to high in your throat, right? You're taking in air, right? What a lot of people mess up is they vocalize while they're breathing in, which creates then an inward vocal fry, which is like the yeah, right? You're not trying to get that. This is a sound entirely made just from breath and muscle contraction in your throat, right? So you want to breathe in like a lot of air, right? And now you want to slowly, like, I guess the best way I can say this is slowly like try and tighten your muscles in your throat until you get like a zombie sound almost. So like a
Okay. And you feel that I think part of where I was messing up was I was trying to feel the cinching lower. And you're saying you feel, even though it's got an airflowiness, you feel the constriction is happening a little higher up in the back. Is that right?
Yeah, so it's pretty much like it feels like everything's happening from this point here up.
Okay.
I don't feel anything down here. I'm only feeling like up.
Okay.
You know?
All right. Do you do an outward sound and an inward sound exercise, or do you just focus on the in? Just the in. Okay.
I was the same. I was in the same boat as you when I was trying to learn inward bass. People were like, "Oh yeah, you just go like," and then and it's like, no, not at all. Like that does, because then I tried and I go, and it's like, no, like I'm doing an inward vocal fry. And so I was just I was in the car one day. I was messing around with breathing in, and then all of a sudden I got and I was like, okay, that's it.
So
I'm on the right track.
that sounded pretty loose, like that. That sound when you did it, it didn't have the first phase of it, I guess, is kind of loose, right? And then it gets tighter. Is that it?
Yeah. Essentially, yeah.
Okay. So, all right, let me see if I can get some of the air.
Let's go. You got this.
Well, the problem is I feel like in messing around with it, I was getting too much of the, like my uvula, I can feel it up there kind of, like it goes.
Yeah.
Like, see, that's uvula, I think, right?
Okay, so I think a simple fix for that, right, would be to change the way that you're doing the breathing, right? You're doing a very like a like that, right?
Yep.
Try instead, like it needs to be very open. So instead of it's yeah.
I don't feel like I know what to squeeze to make it hit something though. Like,
yeah.
Oh, that was different. It feels.
You're getting that. You see, you're getting.
Does it create a little tickle gaggy effect when you sometimes in the beginning?
Tim, congratulations! You just got inward bass. Congratulations! You just got the sound that's made me almost throw up probably thousands of times. Yep.
So that's what
if you're exactly.
Yeah, I felt like a little gaggy, like it hit my gag reflex a little bit.
So I said it in my first tutorial. If you're gagging, you're doing it right. If you're getting that gag, you're doing it right. So you just got it.
Well, I mean, I felt. Okay, so.
You're doing it right. Yep. Yeah, boy. Yes, Tim.
I've never.
Yeah, W's and GG's in the chat for Tim, guys.
Oh
He just
my
got one of the hottest beatbox techniques on the planet, dude. All right.
I'm sweating.
Right.
I literally.
There
I
you
just.
go.
Oh my god. So that's the entry point. I feel the feeling. Look. I just fucking. Oh my god. Yeah, that tickled. It completely. My eyes are watering. All right.
Yeah, I can see that.
Whoa. So that was nothing like what I was feeling before. And it feels like I understand the whole thing. Everybody talks about how like your body doesn't want to do that. Your body does not want to make sound going in. It's like, what are we doing? We don't, this not, so there is a feeling, you have to get past this feeling of it feels like you're doing something against your body, you know? It's weird. Like
Exactly.
that.
Yeah.
So, okay. So it's interesting. It's like the snore bass or thing, I guess snore bass, right? It almost
Very
feels like
close.
that way. It
It's
feels
very
like,
close.
but it feels like that's kind of a hiding, like you're not fully, it's like when you do that, you're kind of
Exactly,
not
yeah.
fully doing the scary thing, which is like just suck in, like, oh, that just,
100%.
dude,
You know,
I think that you unlocked, I get
I'm
it.
very curious. Yeah, I'm very curious as to like, because I know for a fact now, like you're gonna get this sound like this because you understand like the throat so intricately. I'm very curious, like, dude, the Tim Welsh inward bass tutorial is gonna be crazy. Like,
Dude, I
I'm
have
so
to get it
excited because
first. Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna explain it in a way that's like that I've never thought of, and you'll be like, okay, so this is exactly how to do it. Boom. You know, like I'm excited for that, dude.
Well,
I'm really
one
excited
step
for
at
the
a
Tim
time.
Welsh.
I would like to actually just do it, like one step at a time. Let's get it so I can do it. So, all right, I think right there, dude. I think that's you. I think that has given me the homework I need. I think that's probably a good place to stop with the inward bass stuff and the lip roll. I mean, that's like I feel like now I just need to start woodshedding on that and just start gagging for like a few days.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised at how quickly you got that though. Because like I've had students in the past where like they do get it quick, like you know, but like for the most part, it's like they do similar thing to what you were doing, you know, like that, or they get like a exactly.
Right.
But like you got it like this, so it's like, dude, amazing stuff, amazing stuff.
It's a weird vulnerability, is what it feels like. If to do it, it feels like you're like, should I be doing this? It's a psychological thing.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
man.
And I just want to say, the more you do it, obviously, the less that gag reflex is going to come.
Right.
Like the first few days you're going to do it, you're going to like come close to throwing up a lot, right? Push
I can
past
feel
that.
Okay.
Get comfortable with the sound. Yeah. So get comfortable with that sound, right? Once you are comfortable with that, that is when you should try and incorporate that swallow technique. You're not trying to swallow while breathing in. I was very wrong to say that.
Okay.
You're trying to swallow while doing, because then that opens your throat at a very specific way where it goes from to. Exactly.
It brings the bite.
At least that's what I did.
Okay.
That's what I did, and that, like I went from what you got to. So, yeah.
Wow. So did you get lip roll first, and then inward bass after that?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
What about vibration bass? How did vibration bass play into your discovery? Which one came?
Inward. Okay, I'm gonna say this: inward bass and vibration bass were two of the worst sounds I've ever had to learn. But now they're my main sounds.
Yeah, it's like you're a bass
it
beatboxer.
Took me
yeah,
months. Exactly. But it took me months to learn those two sounds because I would try. I'd get pissed off and then I would stop, right? And then, so I was actually going to mention that when we started, when you said lip roll and inward bass, I was like, yeah, but we also tried to do vibration bass last time. So let's try to see what we can do with your vibration bass. Because you got so close. You got so close last time. You like had it. You had it. Yeah, so how is your vibration bass sounding?
I haven't. I need some help with it. I feel like I can do I've been doing throat bass. I've been working on it quite a bit, and then I'll feel sometimes I'm able to get some extra vibration that feels lower when I'm doing it.
Okay.
But I don't know but when you do it, it sounds like it just doesn't sound like throat bass with an extra sound. It sounds like the actual note, the note goes down there. So
it is.
Let's mess around with it maybe.
And it's interesting. Absolutely. So I just want to say, to start off with, right? Don't activate vibration bass with throat bass, right? Because throat bass is only the second part of the sound, and it's like the less important part of the sound. The main part of it is all in your vocals. There's no or nothing.
Okay.
It is entirely tensing your voice. So you want to talk like this, yo, like a constipation voice or whatever, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so we're talking, and I'm just tensing my voice. So you mean like this kind of, like that's
exactly
crazy. Okay,
beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
So then what you do is you want to hold that note, right? You want to slowly add more and more pressure until you start feeling a little like break, right? So it's going to be. You hear how I'm starting to get the vibration texture in only my voice. Once you get that, that's when you try and add your throat bass into that, because then it's but it starts with your voice first. You want to get that control, that texture. Once you have the texture, you can add the bass. So you're first trying to get your texture, then bass. Yeah.
That which made me. I brought up another. God, I have so many questions. Something else with that whole idea. I want to let's do vibration bass, but first I have to ask you this question too.
Let's go.
So I was messing around with like I watched D-Lo did he was talking about an 808 kick sound, which is like a. It was like, and I can't do it, but it was like it was kind of like a lip thing combined with almost a. It was something like a. At any rate, he was like doing something with like a sub bass thing, and then I was thinking like, has anyone ever done where you do like a outward? I don't know what that's called. That's not a lip roll, right? What is that called? Is that a thing? And
it's like just
it's a lip trill in singing.
From my knowledge, yeah, I from my knowledge, I know it as a lip oscillation. I know vocalized lip oscillation is like the, but then it just as a normal one, like. I've been told it's a lip oscillation. I haven't gone like in depth with basic sounds of beatbox like that.
Okay,
but yeah,
so it's okay. Then lip oscillation. So if you do that sound like a, but then you put throat bass inside of it, like, or you do. So I go.
That's sick.
Does anyone,
That's really
is that
cool.
a thing? Do people, because I was messing around with it the other day and I noticed like, because if you get the throat bass right and then get the lips right, yeah, it makes like a little, it goes way down.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting. I haven't actually tried to like making, so there's very like, I think that's, it's more of an old school technique from my understanding, because the new school guys, that
Like
no
the
one really
90s.
messes around, but it's such a dope idea. Like if I had to do vibration bass, like,
Yeah.
I don't need, like that's messed up. You know?
Nobody does that?
But like it's crazy.
It's not.
No one does
Weird.
that.
Interesting. Huh. Okay.
But
So
there's a few people that like mess around with it, you know, like there's people that do throat bass and lip oscillations, like they'll go stuff like that, you know. But
cool.
like other than that, like I you don't really hear it too often. Like people like Wing do like kind of
does some
stuff
stuff like that?
but not really. Yeah, but
okay.
yeah.
All right. Good. So that's my tangent. Now let's come back to vibration bass.
Cool.
All right.
Let's get it.
All right. Can you do the voice for me again that I'm supposed to do? Like,
Okay,
I want to hear it.
So just remember, you're not doing anything close to a throat bass here.
Right.
It is
Yes,
entirely
yes.
vocal. So yeah, exactly. So it's like
Yeah.
exactly. Now, what I recommend you do is do it only nasal. So
Okay.
and just
Okay.
add pressure and tightness to that sound, not getting or anything, just vocal. And you're just adding pressure and tightness to that sound until you start hearing like a like
Okay.
that.
Got it. I feel like I have a little throat bass going though too, don't I? Did I? In there?
I can't tell.
Okay.
Like it both sounds like it is, but also doesn't. But
Should
just
it
try
not
keep it
be?
only voice.
Okay. All right. How much? Yes.
So it's like it's like you're trying to like yeah. So it's like how do I explain this? So it's like you're basically speaking in a constipated voice. So you it's very tight, no bass, but it's like
I see. Like that more.
And now tighten that even more. Tighten that up even more.
See, I feel like I've messed around with throat bass so much it's like my body tries to put it in or something. It's like
Yeah. So I think that's because like the throat bass is compared to the voice that I'm doing, it's a much more loose sound. This voice, it's almost like you're trying to stop yourself from talking. So you go like,
I see. So
like
it's using the, if we're going to nerd out on voice pedagogy, you're cinching the pharynx, which is the space above the larynx. So
that's exactly where you feel it. Exactly. Yes. And there's no bass.
Yeah, there's no throat bass there. It's just all other gurgly things.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. So perfect. Now what you want to do is you want to pick a tone for that. So I recommend like a and just push that one tone. Don't change the pitch. Don't change anything. Keep it one tone, but just add pressure and tightness.
Okay.
Until you start hearing like a little voice break in there. I mean, you're doing like a really dope vocalized chest bass there. That's cool. You're doing like a
Yeah, what?
what?
What's that?
What?
So, I don't know what the hell is happening.
Okay. Well, all right. It's not vibration, but you did just get a really, really, really cool vocalized chest bass. You're like a which is sick. Like that is amazing, dude.
So let me hear. I want to hear you use your air. Like go from like a go from that tight sound down to a vibration bass for me. I want to hear that.
Okay, so starting with bass. Sorry, with just voice, only vocals, right? And then I'll like snap my fingers when I start adding throat bass, right? So until then, it's only vocals.
Okay.
So before it's just vocal.
That was great.
That's when I add throat bass on.
Okay. You have when you do it, I feel there's a constriction in yours that feels like I'm
exactly like that. Yeah.
I'm just wondering where it's kind of like does it feel like if you do this, if you go and hold your breath like you're bracing, does it feel kind of like that a little bit? Okay.
Exactly like that. So now you're holding a note while doing that.
I see.
Then you add, but it's not that tight. It's not like, but it's a little less. So, is that just vocal, or are you adding a bass on?
I added it in, and I added the throat in after it. But let me just do a vocal first and see if we can get that.
Go for it. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But see, when I go to throat bass, I'm feeling my larynx. Do you feel your larynx go down a little bit when you go to throat bass? Does it move at all? It does go down when you go to throat bass?
Yeah, definitely.
Or when you, when you add the throat bass.
It's going to be a little bit difficult. Yeah. So it's going to be a little difficult for you to transition that at first. So what I recommend for you to do, right? You have amazing throat bass. So don't even worry about throat bass right now.
Okay.
Don't even like ignore the fact that you even know that sound, right?
Okay.
For now, solely focus on your vocals. There shouldn't be any coming through.
Okay.
Nothing. It's literally just just a little more tense. It's literally just saying a little more tense.
Okay.
You start to hear that?
Yeah.
Then push that. Hold that, right? When you're comfortable with that, you kind of want to keep that position, but then now, so if I had to explain it, keep that position, but try to do it in throat bass now. But the easier way would be to just slowly transition from voice into it. So going, so just replacing the vocal now with the throat bass, and then you get that texture.
Okay. One more try. I'll try one more here. But this is,
you got this, man.
This is like the best. Oh my God. I've never listen, I've been poking around the internet. I've never seen a lesson like this on YouTube about this
Hell
stuff
yeah,
before.
man.
You know what I mean? Like everybody it's kind of
Yeah, absolutely.
everybody's like 2 steps, do this, do that. And you're like, no, I need questions.
Dude, I really like that that you're actually providing that for the people then, because like I was reading the comments even on our thing that we did, and like people just loved it, dude. They love our dynamic, they love the stuff we spoke about. Like, dude, so Chad, if you want to see another collab, get this video to 700 likes.
Yes.
And we'll do another collaboration
That's
where
right.
I teach Tim all kinds of stuff, ladies and gents. All right. So get it to 700 likes and we're going to do another one.
Let's do that. Come on.
Boom.
Woo. All right, man. Good. So, all right, one last one. This is my last try for vibration bass for today, and then
Go for it.
I will after my live stream later, I'm just going to be practicing all night. I'll be like, Remix, check this out.
100%.
I think I got it.
Yeah,
All right,
dude.
So I want to get like, I feel like I have stages, so I have to get the
Yeah. Great. Perfect. Close.
Oh, that didn't quite feel like normal
very
throw
close.
bass though. There was something
Nah.
that was different than the. It wasn't like that. That was different.
Yeah, 100%. So, okay, what I want you to do, right? When exercising the sound, forget about throat bass. So for now, when you're going to train this, don't even try and transition into the throat bass part of it. Just get that vocal part down.
Okay.
Just get that. Get comfortable holding that until you start hearing a little break. All right. That is entirely vocal.
Okay.
There is no bass in that. So that's all vocal. Get comfortable with that. When you are comfortable, then slowly start trying to add throat bass. I promise you, you'll get it like this then. Once you get that texture of your voice down, it's done. You have vibration bass.
Interesting. Listening to you do it that last time right there, when you said it's vocal, I was thinking that I wasn't thinking it was completely vocal. I thought that it was vocal, but then there's still other stuff vibrating around the vocal. But when I listen to you do it there, it does sound like it's the vocal cords doing like a skipping thing or something. Like it's like
it's exactly, yeah. So to me, it's almost similar to like a polyphonic voice.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, a poly voice. Exactly. Yeah. But it's in a much lower. It's a much lower. Pitch. But it's very tense. So like normal, like you could do a low note poly, like a
right.
Right. But that's very open. Whereas this is very tense.
Right.
You get that? And then you add it on. So you got this,
all right,
bro.
dude. Great.
You got this, bro.
Hey, do we need to tell them? Do you do lessons? Like, do we need to give a shout out if people want lessons, or is that going to be too? We have time. You don't have time to give lessons, do you? Like real lessons, or do you? Do you want me to?
So I
I
just recently closed my lesson program.
Okay.
I did have one open, but so it's only closed for a couple months.
Okay.
It'll be reopened once GBB is over.
Smart.
At the moment, I'm just so busy organizing the South African Beatbox Championship and getting my GBB stuff ready that I just don't have time to give lessons, So unfortunately, but
sense.
ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned because I will be announcing when the lesson program is open. And if you want to learn beatboxing just as fast as Tim Welsh, make sure you sign up for the Remix Beatbox lessons.
If this isn't a case study in how good of a teacher you are, then I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is the you ought to do like group things where you have like 20 people come in and they all are doing like you ought to just do it like that instead of just doing privates. Just like create a I don't know. It's the Remix Beatbox Academy. I don't know. I'd be here for it.
It's not a bad idea.
I mean,
yeah. I mean, I'll consider it definitely.
I'll be a student.
Consider it.
I'll be a student with you.
Legend,
all right, Bram.
Absolute legend.
So subscribe, notification. Check out his link. Go check out his stuff. Not only is his beatboxing insane, he's got the GBB coming up, and also his content's fun. Like he's He makes good. It's
Thank you,
it's
brother.
entertaining. That one video you did where you were walking around the streets, and you were getting people to do.
Yeah.
I like. Of course, it's funny watching the people like not know what they're doing. But you were really good. Like I loved, very charismatic, very good vibes. Like, dude,
Thank you, brother.
it's great.
Thank you so much.
You're a good ambassador for beatboxing for sure. So,
Oh, thank you so much, my guy. I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the Remix and Tim Walsh show. Make sure to get this video to 700 likes, and we're going to continue this. Who knows what we're going to do in the future? Maybe it'll be one where I'm learning to sing. Maybe it's one where we react to whatever you guys want.
Yeah.
Let us know. We might even do live streams in the future together where we're just doing whatever, and we're talking and having a good time. So make sure you guys let us know if you enjoy our dynamic, you enjoy the show, and we'll see you in the next one. Keep being fire. Peace out.
see you.